has a better payment system, then it would represent a bigger opportunities for our bank to
so
do
you
business.
subscribe to that, but how many of your fellow members think that way, or is it still a battle to try and build a thinking to be more innovative and more forward-looking, like you are?
As I mentioned, I think the very easy thing is if we make the picture very clear. The pictures at the end of the tunnel is we go through this change. What would we get? What would the banking system have? What would be the Thai economy have? Right now, the Thai payment system doesn't even come with the information, which is very difficult for the business to do
And the banks are not agreed on shared data, on the data infrastructure.
Yeah, and this is something that we are moving forward to. As I mentioned to you earlier, the Thai Banker Associations a couple of years ago have worked with Bank of Thailand, and we engaged with McKinsey to have the payment, to prepare the payment roadmap. And right now, within the Thai Banker Association, we also set up the office which we call the Payment Service Office, which would come to make sure that we implement what is appear in the payment roadmap prepared by McKinsey. And the first thing is we have to make the pictures very clear. This is where we are now, and what would be the pictures if we go through the change. And currently, I think the pricing structures of the whole banking system is upside down.
You reward customers for doing the thing that you don't want them to do.
Yeah, basically, if customer come to use the counter, which costs us 80 baht per transaction, it's free. But if the customer use the digital channel, which normally costs a few baht, we charge them 30 baht. So it's upside down, which is understandable.
Why is it understandable?
Because that is the structures. I track it. I also wonder. That's why I go back and look at the history. And someone told me that way back when we first have the ATM, this must be 30 years ago, the ATM was so expensive, 2 million baht, right, per ATM, and the labor cost is very cheap. That's why they price they calculate the cost at the counter is less than 7 baht. The ATM is more expensive. That's when they price it that way. But over time,
and the thinking continued to today, right?
But even though we want to change it, it's not something that we can change unilaterally. I mean, bank cannot say that, well, we will charge you 30 baht every time you come to use the counter. There will be uproar against the bank.
No, there is no uproar. Actually, the customer is very silent. The customer just walked away.
No. Every bank saying that we price it differently, right? We price it differently. That if you use the counter, we charge you. Similar to in Singapore, right? If you use the counter, they will charge you. But it will be a big issue in Thailand if we start doing that. So the only way that we can really implement it, we have to, as I mentioned, create.
Globally, cross-border payment today, about 80 to 90% is dominated by non-banks. So that battle is over. And in Thailand, I'm sure that if you take the different programs underway, PayPal and remittances and so on, I would estimate a good 80% is already owned by non-banks. So you're actually fighting among yourselves or debating among yourselves to protect a shrinking percentage of the payments market in Thailand.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the payment system in Thailand is still way underdeveloped. So there is a lot of opportunities for the banking system, which is currently still quite healthy and strong and have the resources to lead the change. So if we wait, then it will become what you just mentioned.
What are you, as president of your bank, a bank that you've transformed, TMB Bank, or in the banking industry in general that you've seen, that you are proud of as innovators?